Well, for the past few weeks, we've discussed money topics that coincide with April being Financial Literacy Month, and today deals with social media and your finances. Our next guest is plugged into what you need to know. We welcome Richmond money expert J.B. Bryan back to Virginia this morning. J.B., it's great to see you.
It's great to see you, and I know that everyone out there is going to appreciate this topic because social media is so popular now.
Yeah, hold on, wait, I got to check my feed right now and just see where we are in terms of.
And then what happens? An ad pops up.
Oh yes, an ad pops up. Okay, so
yes.
Clearly there's a correlation between social media in its many forms and our pocketbook.
Yes, and it's true. There's so much of what I call keeping up with the selfies that it's interesting how much we don't realize you're reacting to something that you saw on television and on television, well, in social media. But yes, I hope they're reacting to what they see on television.
Me too.
Also, exactly.
Call this lady. No,
but on
just
television
kidding.
and social media is a direct access to a lot of ads that you're clicking to conveniently. And you're not even realizing that you would have never even considered that purchase or that particular item. I even hear my daughter talk about vehicles that we don't normally see, but because she's seeing it on social media, that she's like, oh, I want that car, I want that, I want that. And it makes you be more responsive, more materialistic, unfortunately. For many people, they're looking at celebrities buy things that are totally outside of their income bracket, but they're purchasing them and avoiding some of the things that they need to be doing financially to protect themselves and their family.
So what do we do? Because this is true. You can't escape this. You raise a great point with television. You'd go home, you'd watch a show when the show came on, or you may decide I'm going to go see a movie, and that's where you were kind of seeing Keeping Up with the Joneses, or maybe the neighbor down the street, right?
Yeah.
Now it's all the time, nonstop.
Yes, you're getting more access to more information, more things that other people are doing that do not live next door to you. So Keeping Up with the Joneses were just the people that live close to you. Now you're seeing things that you would have never been exposed to in your community, temptation that you would have never thought about. And we need to be very careful in, do I really need that? I even think about something that's called the Costco effect, where you're seeing items and they're available to you, but do you really need it? Or because it says this is great for you. Even with social media, financially, there's people that are losing their job because of what they're posting on social media. So because of how they're presenting themselves, they're losing promotions, which is affecting their pocket. They're losing job opportunities. They're losing interviews. So it's impacting them in ways that we really haven't thought about. Yeah. So we need to be careful what we post. We need to be careful. You'll see people that post that they purchased a new car, and then they might see that there's a whole bunch of insurance agents that may start to inbox them. They just purchased a new car. When you show the new car, you're exposing, you're letting people know about what your income is, about what you can afford. You're giving out information that you really don't realize that you're doing. People show pictures of their home. Now you've shown the general public where you live. So you have to be very careful with, and then you start being solicited in ways that you didn't even think that you created, but you created that response indirectly because of your use of social media.
You covered a whole lot right then, and one that was really resonating with me is, it is that targeted ad, because now once you've based your preferences, they know what to sell you for. And I fall victim to this all the time. I'm like, ooh, look at that cute dress. Oh, the girls would look great in that. And it's so easy.
Very good point. Very good point. And so we have to make sure that if you click that button and you do purchase that because of what you're seeing on social media, do you really need it? Or are you just responding to a want that you have? Being much more careful about, do I need to actually, because you don't see ads. Social media makes us focus more on luxuries than on needs, because you don't see people focusing on, oh wow, I just went on this big cruise that we showed you pictures of, and look at my huge credit card bill now. You don't see that.
No, you just see the smiling umbrella drink picture.
Yeah, so we need to become more financially intelligent about, if I do this, then it leads to this situation. Do you really have the money to do the things that you're thinking about doing because everyone else is doing it? And I think it affects our young people more than the older generation, because the older generation, we've already hopefully developed some better habits, but I worry about the millennials because they're so involved with Instagram. This is as an example, but there was a meme that goes around and it says that being popular on Instagram is like being rich in Monopoly money. So that kind of brings home our discussion that it's not real. How do you actually increase your income from being the most popular person on social media?
That's
Is
right.
it really helping you? And people are spending their money on becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Just so that they have a lot of followers, but it's not creating a business for them. It's not creating a contribution to society. They're just become popular, but they're not saving for their retirement. They're not doing what they need to do with their tax planning. They're not doing some of the key things that we've talked about. That's not what they're seeing in selfies. I did my taxes on time.
Well, when you post those, you might not get quite as many likes,
That's
right? So, but this
right.
is a great conversation. We're out of time. But we could continue with maybe then using it for good, using it to build a business in the ways that it makes sense. In the meantime, just being aware that this is happening and setting it down from time to time and focusing on that bottom line and getting that bill paid on time.
You're so right.
Right?
You're so right.
You can
Very
save money
good point.
if you do your bills online. Save
That's
the,
so
save the
true.
stamp
That's so
and
true.
do it ahead of time. Make it work
But
for
you
you.
very rarely see that kind of ad, like, save money by doing this. And then if you do and it's a free service, a lot of times it's an ad, it's still an ad,
It's
and you're
true.
giving up information. So be very careful with that one also.
There's a balance.
I say sign up here, be very careful.
Is social media ruining your pocketbook? JB says,
just watch television.
That's right, all day. Watch Virginia This Morning on the Loop. It happens at 6.3 right after it's over.
That's right.
JB Bryan offers free money seminars every Wednesday at noon and on select Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., 3900 West Terra Parkway, Suite 300 in Richmond. Pre-registration is required.